live from one of the world's most beautiful arenas. This is Falkor Bay. Next to me is Johnny Nelson.
The pleasure's always mine, my friend.
It's time now for our tale of the tape. First up, Jake Paul, 185 centimeters tall with a reach of 193 centimeters. And the man he'll be facing, it's the incomparable Roy Jones Jr., 177 pounds, 5 foot 11 inches tall with a reach of 74.
There is no joke about this. Someone is going to get hurt, the other is going to get embarrassed. Let's make sure they measure up well.
Jake Paul, fighting out of Cleveland, Ohio, currently residing in Dorado, Puerto Rico. Roy Jones Jr., one of the greatest of all time, Pensacola's finest, an undisputed champion at 4 different weight classes.
It'll be ding-ding from first battle off.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner, from Dorado, Puerto Rico, a social media superstar and rising contender known as El Gallo de Dorado, Jake Paul. Fighting out of the blue corner, from Pensacola, Florida, here is a middleweight, a super middleweight, a light heavyweight, and a heavyweight champion of the world, Roy Jones Jr.
And of course, we fight outside today, Johnny, and that's going to put a little extra strain on both of these fighters' conditioning.
Right. You got the fresh air, you got the breeze, and you've got the fans baying for your blood, wanting to see you win or lose.
Thousands of fans here in attendance tonight, but when the bell rings, there will only be 2 that we're talking about. The time has finally arrived. These 2 men have been jawing at each other for months. The talking is finally over. Now it's time to fight. No rest for the weary. So much firepower here. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. That counter shot lands. Someone's will cave, but which fighter will it be? They exchange punches. That counter punch caught him clean. And he scores with the counter. A perfect counter shot. A very competitive round here so far.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Well, I hope you brought your sunscreen. You're going to need it as we have our main event underneath the bright, sunny skies.
If you are on the losing side of this fight, and the heat is on, it's the worst place to be, so you've got to make sure you've prepped right for this. And right now, I'm looking at a fight that doesn't look like they're prepped right.
Swinging big and missing big with that hook. The corner needs to think about stepping in here. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Jake Paul in that last round. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think...
Here's the bell for round 2. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
He threw a punch and just got countered. Roy Jones Jr. in trouble. That was the moment.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. And he's been cut. The referee's going to take a look. This fight will continue. Those counter punches have to hurt. I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. These punches coming from every angle. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Jake Paul in that last round. That cut is going to cause some serious problems.
I hope you've got a good cut.
Let's get it started in round 3. They just gave us a great round. Let's see if they can do it again.
Good work the last round. Be smart. Don't get too braggadocious. You'll get turned over and walk into the shot. And that's the last thing you want.
Beautiful counter punch. There's a counter shot. The defense failed them. It appears that the moment of trouble has passed, at least for now.
Green Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Nice counter shot. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Swing and a miss. Pulling it right there. They're always looking for that KO, and we could see an upset right here. And it appears they weathered the storm. How, I'm not sure.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense, work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
Real good back and... It looked great live. How will it look again on slow motion replay?
A shot from the gods. Took an... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Well, they're back on their feet right now, Johnny. Do they go toe for toe or do they play defense here?
He's up, but for how long? Look at that. On the heels. Look at, there's nothing there. There's no defense. The eye.
It looks like he's going to survive the round here, but just barely. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Well, if this trainer has a pep talk, now's the time to use it as they were... Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? Last round was a disaster. What can they do here to turn this around?
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'll be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
Punch, counter punch. How about that time counter shot? Catch and shoot. Is he going to punch himself out, though? I want to think of holding on here for a minute. We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Nice counter shot. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Well done with that counter shot. Nice counter. That hook was thrown with some bad intentions. Beautiful counter shot. Defense failed them. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Jake Paul in that last round. That cut is going to cause some problems. They might want to call a doctor over.
My concern is the corner. Are they going to be too brave for their fighter?
Fight's great. I love that. I love that. That jab's slick. You got everything in the bag, and now you're letting back into it. Good work. Don't forget the jab. Don't get carried away. Think about your defense. Get back out there and win the round.
On to the fifth we go. They just gave us one hell of a round. Let's see if they'll do it again.
What a round. What have they got left? How can you get better than that? That is ridiculous. That's stuff you see on video games.
Good counter punch. That right hook won't score. And Jake Paul couldn't handle any more of it. And it's a one-hitter winner. What a knockout shot. Let's take another look.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
They're back on their feet, but how long will they stay there?
Oh, he can smell blood. Look at that. He's put him down once. He knows what shot works and where to land it. Then try and do it again. He's just not got to get trigger happy.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. And now going for the finish. Looks like trouble was averted.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle.
And he dropped him. The perfect sniper shot. Let's watch it in one more time.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Give me your ball.
Final 10 seconds here, unless something major happens. I think we all know who won that one. Let's talk about Jake Paul in that last round. A lot of work needs to be done in this corner.
Fight. He's got to be confident.
There's the bell for round 6. Gotta be feeling confident heading into this round after knocking their opponent down twice.
I have no idea what they have left. How do you come back from something like that? Not down twice? Where's your head at? Where's your energy levels at? It tells you you've got nothing left.
We need to see that again. Some amazing boxing right there.
I need to see that again.
You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. A knockout victory and one of the biggest surprises of the year.
A knockout victory? That's not a knockout victory. That is somebody saying, I'm here, I've arrived. Try that again, it will happen all over again.